What the hell?
Been a while.
Well,
It's been a while.
wow. Back on the airwaves, JP. Back on the airwaves. How long has it been, man?
About a month. And that was a rough 3 days. And we'll get
Yeah,
into it, but that was a rough 3 days, my friend. Rough 3 days for your boy JB here.
3 days. What are you talking about? Past
30
3 days?
days. Rough 30 days. 30
Oh,
days
dude,
last
you're already
month.
slurring your words, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Wow. I think March Madness destroyed us, dude. March Madness, I mean, for all the listeners out there, we basically just disappeared into the depths of Boston for March Madness. A lot of casinos, a lot of bars. It was a 4-day bender. And I think that really just did us in, man. And then we just had to recover for a month.
I thought we were good until things that happened until like the other gentleman that was with us like vomited into a pint glass at the bar.
Yeah,
And I was like,
well,
"Oh,
yeah.
maybe we're not as mature and okay as I think we are."
Well, look, we were okay, man. Some dudes just can't hang, bro. Not everybody makes it through March Madness, right?
Yeah, not everyone can hang with Boston Brews bets. That's a
No,
fact. That's a fact.
exactly. Good to be back, man. Good to be back.
Good to be back. Oh man, lots to talk about. But what are you drinking?
I got Woodford Reserve Double Oaked going. That is my bourbon of choice, man. It's my top selection when it comes to bourbon. I figured, hey, for the return, go with the fave, man. So that's what I'm doing. What do you got?
I like it. I'm drinking beer tonight. I'm going Apothecary Ales,
Mm,
little brewery in the North Reading area.
nice one.
Tonic is the crow. I got a crowler, and then I got two 16 ounces on backup. So I'm ready for this tonight. I'm ready for this.
Hold on. Two questions. What is a crowler? That's number one. I've heard of a growler. What is a crowler?
So a crowler is half a growler. So it is a can that holds 32 ounces of beer.
I never fucking knew that. Wow.
Yeah. So if you want, they do growlers there, but I don't think I think you have to bring your own growler in, but they will give you a crowler and they pour draft beer in it. No different than a growler. It's just half of it. So it's 32 ounces.
Crowler is great. That's functional, bro. Because you're not going to slug a growler of craft beer in a single sitting. You will, but you don't want to, right?
You'll feel
A,
like shit.
a crowler. That's great, man. And what is second question? Tonic. Talk to me, bro. I don't know what to visualize here. Give me what are you getting hints of? What are their notes of? You got to talk me through this.
You know, I'm just gonna say a really good New England IPA and leave it at that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's
All
just
right.
it's one of those ones I don't want to act like this is a treehouse and let's write a poem on what it tastes like. Like this is just it's just delicious. Just delicious beer.
Hey,
Delicious
there's
beer.
nothing wrong with delicious beer. There's nothing wrong with normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, like normal. Yeah, like their spokesperson's normal, but I digress. We're gonna move on.
Okay.
All right, recaps. Lot to recap.
Oh yeah.
Lots to recap. And then we got a pay per view.
It's a banger. Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
one.
man. I've been listening to some podcasts this week on it. I've been doing some research on the card. There's a lot of names on this card. A lot of
Yeah.
names. I will say only a few spots I liked for Rages, so definitely a card I'm excited to watch, but only a few spots betting wise for me, I think.
Yeah, the lines are tight, man. You don't see a whole lot of massive dogs and massive favorites on this card. I think there are going to be some really good fights on this card. Similar to you, I probably won't be throwing a massive amount of money around on bets here, but it all depends on the flow of the night. I'm still getting used to the live betting, bro. That's dangerous shit, man. I'm out of control with that, so it's tough to say.
It is. And then we'll break down yesterday's stats. And I'm just gonna brace the room for this, okay?
All right. That's gonna be fun.
April was a bloodbath. Okay. April was a bloodbath for me. And it was actually one weekend in particular that was very bad for me. Um, it might have been with an individual. I think we call him Hank on this show, Hank from Philly. We were watching a certain UFC pay-per-view in a basement, and drinks were had. There might have been a little marijuana involved. And I was just undisciplined firing bets from the hip.
Oh, I know what happened. I know how that night ended. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
was a bad night. We can go into a little bit more detail when when people see the stats, but just say you gotta have discipline, and April was not disciplined. Taught me a lesson, and we're moving on. We're moving on.
Hey, you're climbing out of the hole, bro. Look
Climbing.
forward, not behind.
I'm climbing. So we kind of got our first review here.
Oh,
all right?
yeah. Look at this.
So watching Punch List, try to watch it every week because April was a shit show. I did not watch it all of April, but I did watch the last week. Just hop in, say hey to Dale. Unpronounced just goes, another great podcast in here right now. Goes under the radar, just under the radar. Boston Brews Bets.
Yes,
He
sir.
tells his listeners if you would all do me the service of clicking it and subscribing on the channel, because they put out a great show that is, his words, not mine, criminally underrated.
Love it. Love it.
So
Hey,
that's the title
got-
of the episode. If you don't follow Punch List, follow it. I got their Twitter up there. I got a little QR code. Scan that, brings you right to the Twitter page. But huge fan of Dale. I think Punch List is one of the podcasts that, like, we were talking, like, why are we not doing this? But
Yeah.
great show.
I mean,
great show.
we were, I mean, in many ways, we were inspired by Dale back in the day. And you know what's cool, dude, is it's like, it's organic shit. Like the concepts are the same from what Dale's been doing and what we started doing somewhat recently, man. It's like, hey, get together, shoot the shit, drink some beers, crack a few jokes, say some inappropriate shit, and bet on some fights. And yeah, we expanded football and other sports as well, but you know, it is what it is. What you see, what you hear, it's what you get, you know? And Dale's a good dude, man. He's been killing it for a long time. So I did listen to the episode where this was said in only a way that Dale can say it. And what can I say, man? We're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep showing up. But I think most importantly, gotta collab with Dale, man. It only makes sense, right?
We do. One other thing I'll say is I did invite Dale up here for CES that we're going to in a couple of weeks, actually next week. And I did offer your vacant downstairs unit.
Yeah, wait, am I hosting Dale? What's going on with that? I hope so.
He said he was going to check the Spirit Airlines. Now, I don't know if he is or not, but things were discussed, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay, so you invited Dale to stay at my house.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Love it, dude. I hope he takes you up on that. Just let me. Can you let me know?
No, I'm just
Okay,
I'm just gonna
open the
literally show
fucking-
up your house with Dale.
You would,
and you're gonna be
Dude,
like,
you
what the fuck?
dude, but that would be awesome as well. So either way, you can't lose.
Can't lose. All right.
Oh boy.
So
What's going on here? I'm digesting all this.
let's get the negativity out of here. The Boston Bruins are the biggest letdown I have witnessed, if not the second biggest letdown I've ever
What do they
witnessed.
What do they compete with? What do they compete
18-1.
with?
18-1 Patriots season.
Okay. Yeah. I would say second worst. Yeah.
So why I think this might be worse, Joey. The Patriots were in the Super Bowl. They were in that game. They were competitive. The Boston Bruins got knocked out of the playoffs, losing 2 games at home. Sorry, 3 games at home. 3 games at home. And we're the best team in the NHL.
All right. Fair point. Yeah, fair point. At least the Pats made it to the ship that year, as they should have.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what to tell you. You knew how I took this whole thing. All right. I watched the same games you did. And by the end of it, I had 2 routes to go to take plus money. I had 2 plus money bets I could make at the moment. Okay. One of them is, the Bees are going to, all right. The Panthers were up in the last game, and in game 7, Panthers were up 3-2, right? You could make a plus money bet on the Bees to win the game, right? That means they're going to tie it up and win. Or is the plus money bet Panthers by 1.5? They're going to win 4-2. And I had to take the latter bet. It's not personal, JB. It's business. It's business. The Bees were not the better team in that series. And I don't know what happened, but it was obvious to me that somehow, some way, the Panthers were better. I didn't question it. I just knew what I was seeing. I had to make the bet. And I cashed out, brother. And look, I know you think I'm a traitor. I know. But I got to do what I got to do. It's just business.
There's a lot of words I want to call you right now that I won't say live in the air. I'll leave it at that. You should probably watch that show, Band of Brothers. Maybe look at the definition of loyalty, potentially. You know, go down with the ship, maybe.
It's just business. Hey, that's not, no, you're running a business. You don't burn the business to the ground. You make difficult decisions in the heat of the moment, bro. I was on my couch eating chicken wings in the heat of the moment, and I made that live bet.
You know, folks, I really hope that, one day Joey doesn't replace me with a plus money wager at some point.
You know,
You
I
know,
look, I
friendship,
texted you.
loyalty. I just don't.
I
I don't know.
I
I don't
didn't
know.
want
It's
to
a
do it.
question.
It was a
It's a
tough
question.
decision that oh, you son of a bitch. That's a horrible twist. That's a horrible twist to throw at me live on the air. You
You
son of
know,
a
I think
bitch.
our motto was we were very similar to that episode, that scene in the town where he went up there and said he's got to hurt some people, and the guy just said, "Whose car are we
Let's
taking?"
go.
Are you going to respond with, "Well, who has plus money"? I don't know, Joey. A lot of questions here. A
Oh,
lot of
fuck off,
questions.
dude. Fuck
A lot of
off. I hate
questions.
you. Your
Yeah.
defense, because I have no response to it, and I hate you.
Mhm. Mhm. All right, but in I'll get to the other negativity out of the way. Like I said, April stock market crashing. I listen to Joe Biden. It's good for the economy. It hurts nobody. Well, it does, folks. Just that's a fucking lie. To be abundantly clear to everyone, that's not true. Um, the economy's down. My gambling account was significantly down. It was an SVB like market crash. And yeah, but you know what? April's behind us. We're in a new
Well,
month.
it was one of those moments I was debating and having a conversation with you because I can see the results on Pickett, and I didn't know if now was the time to be a friend,
Mm,
pull you aside, and
mm,
and, and have a conversation. I
mhm,
chose not to, and I'm
mhm.
glad I did because you're already climbing out of the hole. But man, it was bad, bloodbath, as you say.
I just didn't know if you didn't, because again, I would have been like down in the dumps. I don't know if there was like a plus money friend you wanted to go help out
Ah, you
instead.
son of a cunt! I hate you. I hate you a lot. I hate you a whole lot. Let's move on.
Moving on. Celtics. Giving me a little bit of life here.
Yeah.
Gonna be completely transparent. I want them to win. I'll watch them. It's the NBA. You can only get so up for the NBA, in my opinion. Again, would love to see Tatum win an NBA championship. Hope
Mhm.
Boston closes it out. Hope they knock out Philly. But this is not the same as a Stanley Cup. It's not the same as a Super Bowl. It's not even on the same wavelength for me. So,
Well,
uh,
see, JP, I don't know about that. Like from a betting perspective, I would prefer to bet on the Celts or basketball in general. I would over hockey. Okay, over hockey. I think I mentioned this to you. It's like you can only bet on so much shit in a hockey game. You got the puck line, you got the totals. Maybe you take a stab on some first period stats. There's a certain amount of things, right? But basketball, there's a lot of props, man. So the same game parlays can be interesting. You do points, combine points with assists and rebounds and double doubles. Like there's a lot, man. And from an entertainment perspective, that makes it fun for me. So I don't know, man. That's how I feel about NBA. Of course, this is the first season and we've actually been able to bet legally in mass. And I gotta say, man, I'm enjoying it.
yeah, so that's why I got the basketball with the crown on there, because I have followed your picking as well, and you have been profitable in the NBA. I
There you
don't
go.
I don't understand it. I've known you for a very long time. You've never been a quote unquote basketball person.
Oh, never.
Um,
Never.
yeah, I introduced you to March Madness this year just to preface how much of a non-basketball person you are, but yet
I
you're
know, dude.
winning multiple same game parlays in the NBA. So
Yep.
power to you, brother. Power to you.
Hey, look, we all find our thing in this confusing life, you know? We all find our thing. And mine right now just happens to be NBA. So go Celts, man.
You got the NBA, my friend. I got something a little bit more interesting for you.
It's a lot
Okay.
more interesting. It's a lot more interesting. I know what you're doing over there.
Your boy has picked up betting on tennis.
I don't.
Tennis. Let that sink in for a second.
No, you need to explain yourself here, man. Because when we talk about how bad your April was, the only thing that has pulled you up out of that so far is tennis. Strictly tennis. Strictly. I have no idea how you got into this shit. I'm so confused. And I can't even root along with you because you send me screenshots of your shit. I have no idea what it means. None of it. Not the players, not the bets, none of it. I can't relate to anything you're doing with it.
Understandable. Understandable. Um, questioned a DGen moment, right? Like when you're like, oh, you're betting on tennis. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, buckle
Oh,
up.
yeah.
So the backstory is, again, I had a pretty bad April, as I said, and I got a little email from DraftKings. It said, exclusive for JB, a free, risk-free $500 bet, live tennis bet. So not even anything like, oh, like
Oh,
let's pregame
God.
bet, like a live tennis bet, free $500 wager. I have no what I'm clue what I'm doing, so I texted. I'm gonna call him Hank in Philly again, right? And he's like, I got a tennis guy. You got a tennis guy? What do you mean? You have a tennis guy? Yeah, no, he's got a tennis guy. He's got a tennis guy who's on Twitter. I got him up here now. It's at Matchpoint Bets on Twitter.
Oh, is that the guy?
QR code if you want to follow him. Oh, dude, guy's been on fire. Just straight up fire. Now, as bad as I have been, like I take his picks and I even hedge them. So if he's saying someone's going to win, by 2 sets, I just take them to win. If he's saying someone's going to win a set, I'm like, yeah, they'll win a game. So I'm always still hedging it, but it has been very profitable for your boy, and
dude,
it's fun.
Hold on. Can you answer this? I have 2 things to say. One, what time is tennis even on? Is this like during the week, during the day, or like mornings?
Yeah, bro.
Is it?
So like there was some tournament in Madrid that started at like 6 a.m. was the first game, like 6 a.m. Boston time. So like
God.
it makes for like a really fun morning. Like, there's been a couple parlays you lose. And it's like, all right, today, but like all of a sudden your 6 a.m. tennis match hits, then your 9 a.m. tennis match hits. It's like, all right, we got something cooking here. When you're hitting 5 or 6 tennis parlays before lunch on a weekday, bro.
Okay,
gets the people going. Gets the people going.
Dude, come on. All right. This is related to my second question, directly related. You are setting off some red flags within the DraftKings organization, specifically in the marketing department. If you are on a mailing list that advertises a free live plus what maximum, I don't even know the details, but you see what I'm getting at, right? That does not go to all of their customers. I promise you. So you, my friend, are on some lists that I don't know if you should be proud about. I'm not sure. I'm not positive. But then again, maybe you should be proud as you have a tennis guy that's gotten you at least 20 units that I know about in the last 24 hours.
Yes. So, should I be proud about it? I don't know. Am I proud about it? Fuck yes. I'll send you the screenshot. I literally have texted it. It was like exclusive offer, $500 risk-free live tennis betting.
Dude,
and
the live one, the live thing is the best.
So like I'm like now sitting here watching tennis at 7 a.m. in the morning and being like, yep, that's the guy. Okay, bet him live. And built a bit of a bankroll and continue to build it. And I'm digging out of a hole. Thank you, Matchpoint Bets. He doesn't let you tag him and things, doesn't let you comment, so I really can't do much out here besides get him some more followers, tail him. It's free picks. He gives them away, and it's been fun. And I'm going to continue this ride. I will tell you that.
Why not, dude? Why not? Wow. Life is funny. I
have a question. Will you join me on the tennis train?
I'm telling you what, man, we got to sit down over some beers and barbecue. The weather's getting nice. And you got to at least explain to me what the fuck. Like when you're talking about sets and shit, I'm not even positive I know what that means. A set is all right, look, I don't want to talk about this right now. We need to have some conversations, all right? And then maybe you get me in with your tennis guy, and I feel like that's got to be a desperation move for me. But I'm not against it. All right?
So at what level of units positive in tennis would I have to be for you to be like, I need to tail this? And you're not even telling me, you're tailing someone else.
That's easy. Let me tell you something. If you climb out of the hole, and I know the hole. I know the hole that you're in. I think you might show it on a later slide. If you're able to climb out of that hole slowly based on collaboration with you and your tennis guy, I'm in. I'm so in. All right?
Hey, just don't miss that train, man. Don't miss that rocket ship climbing out of the hole with tennis, bro.
I can't believe it. Oh, God.
All right, let's talk about something I actually think I know a little bit about, which is MMA.
Yeah. This is a great card, man. This is shaping up to be quite a night.
This is a great card, and with everything, you are a little bit more Mr. International than me, so we will let you read off the fights here. What do we got?
All right. Beauty. We're starting with the early prelims here. First up, Daniel Santos -190 going against Johnny Munoz Jr. And this is
I'm gonna cut you off here. Santos got hurt. This fight got pulled.
Oh, when was that?
Literally like 30 seconds ago, apparently.
Oh shit. All right. Well, moving on. Off to a good start. All right, second fight. All right, Joseph Holmes coming in dog money +145 against the Brazilian Claudio Ribeiro at -170. I'm back and forth on this, man. I really am. I just don't. My gut here tells me Claudio Ribeiro is going to take this. He did get knocked the fuck out in his last fight, in his first real fight in the UFC against the Beast and Abdul Razak Al Hassan. But I just don't, I don't think his competition is that good in Joseph Holmes. He's fought better competition for sure, but I think Claudio got off to a rough start, and I think he's going to avenge that first loss. Now, I was thinking, do you take a stab at Joseph Holmes? He's definitely the more experienced fighter. There's a chance that, Claudio Ribeiro is not that guy. But I'm gonna roll the dice and say that he is. I'm just not gonna bet it. This fight just doesn't mean anything to me. I'm just gonna sit back and watch it.
I agree with you. And my potential let's bet on every fight parlay, 0.001 unit play. The pick is Claudio. But
Yeah.
a couple things for you here. One, Joseph Holmes' nickname is the Ugly Man.
Right. That's great. I like that.
Kind of makes me want to bet it.
I
And
like that.
did you say that Abdul was a beast? Because if you remember correctly, that's my boy, and I thought you were a little bit of a hater on him.
No, 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 no. Look, I don't I can
Yeah.
imagine. Look, I don't hate the guy, right? If he's fighting ever against legitimate MMA talent, I'm probably gonna hate you if you hate on him if you get overly excited. I'm guessing that's what happened.
Okay. Okay.
Because
Fair enough.
I don't hate him, man. He's the guy's he's a physical specimen. It's just if you're gonna criticize somebody, he most likely was going against an MMA fighter, which I'm not sure he's considered as top tier. You know what I mean?
I don't. He's a beast and he's awesome, but we'll move on.
Oh, your boy. Moving on. This is interesting here, JB. We got Zagla Zumagulov at plus 155 against the newcomer Rafael Estevam, who's, look, contender series guy who had a pretty interesting fight, actually. He's pretty intense. And he got away with the knockout, right? But here's the thing. Like, if you're just coming in brand new into the UFC, you have to be a stud, in my opinion, to beat the veteran in Zaglas. And I feel dude, I feel for the guy, man. I really do. Cause his last two losses, both by split decision. The guy's won how many? 6 fights in the UFC? Yeah, 6 fights, and he's lost 5 of them. Not great, man. You got to think he's probably on his way out if he can't win this fight. That's a shitload of losses, man. But he's tough, man. He's a great wrestler. He's a lot of cage time, man. He's been in there for a while. So when you throw a newcomer, like I said, at Zaglas, the guy better be damn good because Zaglas is sticking around, man. And if you were going to get in a scramble with him, I trust the wrestling of Zaglas. I really do. So, look, as a veteran of the game, if you're going to give me that plus 155 dog money, why not take a stab on Zaglas, man? He's due. He's overdue. And if plus 155 isn't sexy enough, I'd be interested to see what he is at decision. But I don't know. I'll take the vet over the newbie. What do you think?
I want to take him. I have taken him a lot, and
Yeah.
I've not been profitable on it. To your point, I think I don't. He should win this fight, and if he doesn't, there's going to be some questions. It's like, okay, time to get cut. Like time to
Yeah.
get cut and move on.
Yeah.
He is a decision machine.
Right.
What I mean by that is he's not necessarily going to win the fight, but it's going to go to decision.
Mhm.
So fight to go the distance in this one. Yes is minus 165. Now I know that's a steep price, but I'm almost comfortable parlaying that with something else than taking Zagos, whatever his name is, straight up. Definitely like a
It's not
lotto
yeah.
ticket play, but I think that like smart play would be take this to go the distance.
I'll tell you what, it's not that steep, man. Minus 160 to go the distance?
No, no.
That sounds all right to me. It does. I just yeah. Look, we'll see, man. I think the money's coming in on Raphael, the newcomer. I think on DraftKings, Zagalas is already a plus 160. Zagalas by decision is only plus 225, I believe. So I think money line might be the play, and I'm probably gonna take one more stab on Zuma Gulov, man. I'm probably gonna do it straight out money line.
All right. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Just I've done it so many times. It's a
I
little
hear you.
scary for me.
I hear you, man. I hear you. All right. Speaking of scary, we got the Dagestani wrestler, the young buck in minus 190, Ikram Aliskerov versus Phil Hawes. This is interesting, man. This is actually a super interesting fight. Now, I don't usually like betting against Dagestani fighters. I just don't. It seems dumb. Almost every time it seems dumb. But this is a situation where I'm thinking about it, man. I'm thinking about it. Phil Hawes, he's a dude's an athlete, man. Dude's an athlete. He's got some power. He's got some power behind him. I think he's at that point in his career at 34 where it's like now or never. It's like he's the best he's going to be, and it's only gonna get worse from here. So I think we're gonna probably see what may be the best of Phil Hawes. And I think that's what we've been seeing lately, man, for the most part. I mean, I know he got knocked out by Dolidze, but Dolidze is legit. I just think Phil Hawes is he's good, man. I think he's good. So okay, if you take a look at Ikram, he's mostly unproven, 30 years old, so he's younger, 13-1, but he's a contender series guy, so no real experience in the UFC. Phil Hawes has real experience in the UFC, man. So it's another one of those things. I think Phil Hawes at plus 160 is attractive. It's attractive to me. Dare you take a stab at KO, right? Because the one loss that Ikram has is by KO, and Phil Hawes definitely has the power for it. Ikram probably is going to make it a few, if not several, many, who knows, mistakes. And I'm looking at Phil Hawes here, man. Looking at him in that money line spot. Get ballsy. Look at KO if it's plus 300 or more. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. What are you thinking?
So I'm big on Phil Hawes. Some would say he
Yeah.
may be my boy.
All right.
So I like him. The KO by KO or decision is plus 185. So you get your
Okay.
extra,
Yeah.
0.25 juice on that, which isn't bad because I don't think he's going to sub this guy, right?
No, not a chance. No.
Now to your point on the KO, Phil Hawes by KO plus 300. So exactly what you called, right? That is
All right.
tasty. I think if you're going to take it, you take it straight up. You don't get cute. You don't parlay that. And then
Yeah.
if you're going to parlay it, you parlay the KO by decision. I think you do want that extra, 0.25 there to kind of
Absolutely.
juice it up because he ain't going to sub this guy.
No.
Um,
I like that, JB. That's a good spot, actually. By KO or decision at, would you say plus 185?
yeah.
I like
And
that.
fight does not go the distance, or sorry, fight to go the distance. No is minus 300. Um, I do think that's a
Hmm.
very safe play. So again, if you're looking for some safe plays, some pretty, but minus 300 is pretty juiced. I think it's a pretty safe play. I don't think this goes to decision.
Yeah. All right. Good call. Good call. All right. We're both on Haas. Next up, 1-800 gamblers, dude. This is a problematic fight to get involved in from my standpoint. But
Why?
I got
Why?
this. I
Why?
bet. Oh, okay. I can't wait for your take. You know what? Why don't can you kick things off? Because I'm so interested. I know Parker Porter is your boy, bro. I know this. But please, what do you think about this fight?
It's Parker Porter. You bet Parker Porter, and you bet Parker Porter because he's fighting. And again, I say this with this guy would absolutely fucking destroy me if I walked across the street the wrong way against him. He's fighting someone who's 5-1. Okay.
Oh,
This
wait, what's his
is
nickname? How about his nickname?
Braxton Smith, the beautiful monster. The beautiful monster.
Wait. Did you say 5-1? No.
5-1. 5-1.
Okay, Jesus. I thought you meant his
All by
height.
KO. So 5 finishes by KO, 1 loss by KO. But
Yeah.
he's fighting out of somewhere called Peak Fighting.
It's PF, right?
Yes. I don't know anything about that. I mean, Parker Porter's a vet, so it goes back to Parker Porter is not top tier UFC fighter, but he is a UFC fighter.
He is.
Um,
Yeah.
Now he did lose to Justin Tafa. That was a
Disappointing.
disappointing.
Disappointing, man. It really
Disappointing.
was.
Um, he beat Chase Sherman, and I don't think Chase Sherman is good, but yet people like him in the
No, he's all
UFC.
right. Yeah, he's all right. He's all right in the weight class. He's not great. He's all right.
So again, I like Parker Porter here. Given that this guy's chin is suspect, I think you like Parker Porter inside the distance by KO. Um, by KO is plus 140. You're taking him from minus 170 to plus 140. So your risk at that standpoint, right, is these two guys get gas and they just lean on each other and they don't do anything towards the end of the round. Parker Porter by KO or decision is minus 105. Again,
Yeah.
still better than the minus 170. Is Parker Porter gonna sub this guy? And if he does,
Nah.
I congratulate the person who's got that Parker Porter by sub. I really do.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I don't disagree with you here. So Braxton Smith has about like, I mean, the dude is just a regional knockout guy. Like, who the fuck knows who he's actually fighting? I have no idea, dude. Parker Porter has been in that cage a lot, dude, a lot. So look, if it makes it past the first round, it's Parker Porter all day. For me, maybe a live bet situation, but I don't know. I'm gonna probably try to stay away from this. If I had a gun to my head, I'd say Parker Porter by KO, not because of his technique and raw power and his punch. None of that shit, man. Braxton Smith is going to become so exhausted by the second round, he's not going to be able to walk straight, and they're going to call the fight after he just can't protect himself and wants out. That's how I think this is going to go. But like, I don't know, man. I feel like fucking Jiminy Crickets on my shoulder saying, "Stay the fuck away from this, you idiot." And I'm gonna listen to Jiminy, bro.
I mean, fight does not go the distance is minus 700.
I-
Just to be
That's
clear
great.
on how they think this fight's going to go, Braxton Smith by KO in round one is plus 300. Parker Porter by KO in round one is plus 215. They think this thing is going
Yeah.
round one, and I
Yep.
think there's truth to that. Both these guys come out swinging. Braxton, in my opinion, has nothing to lose. If he knocks out Parker Porter, it's a name on his list. It's a UFC win, good for him.
Oh yeah. Big.
Um,
That's a be a huge win for him, man.
yeah, it would be. It would be. Ain't gonna happen though. Ain't gonna
Yeah.
happen.
So give me 1 sec. So if you check round props, right? Let's say fight to start round two. This is interesting. It's basically a coin flip. Yes, minus 110. No, minus 120. I think no minus 120 is interesting, man. But yeah, fuck it. I don't know, man. It depends how drunk I am, to be honest. I hope I stay away from it.
Ooh, that is interesting. Fight to start round two. Yes and no. Minus one. Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
that's what I would look at, man. That's what I would look at.
But if you
Because,
think
dude, Braxton is not making it 5 minutes. He's got like a minute to 2 minutes in him. That's what I think. That's what
so,
I
your
honestly think.
concern is you take Parker Porter by KO and Braxton catches them, and then you're like, well, shit,
Yeah,
I knew it was
exactly.
going to
Yeah, yeah,
finish in
yeah.
the first round. Got it. Okay.
Well, yeah, Braxton could easily catch him in the first. We know that, right? But Braxton could also gas out and not be able to keep up with Parker Porter in the first. Both of those things are possible. So minus 120 to not start the second. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Winning round one minus 120 lines up exactly with that. I always
Not a
love to
bad
see
price.
that.
Not
Yeah,
a
I
bad
like it.
price.
I like it. That's potential there, my friend. That
All
is
right. All
potential.
right. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Next, we got Marina Rodriguez. Minus 140 favorite going against Virna Googly Jandiroba. And her nickname's not actually Googly. That's the one we gave her. But look, I feel good about Marina Rodriguez here. I
Why?
do.
Why?
Why? Because I like her as a fighter. I do. I know she's towards the end of her career. I know, but I like what I see from her. I've consistently liked what I've seen on the feed anyway. Look, I think she's good, man. I think she's good. Verna, I'm not convinced that she's good. I'm not. I understand that she's a better grappler here. She's better on the mat, no doubt about it, right? Marina has nothing to offer really on her back, nothing. Um, but I don't think Verna is like this elite jujitsu practitioner. I'm not sold on that yet. Like, if you want to talk about elite female jujitsu practitioners, okay, talk about Mackenzie Dern, Marina beat her. Okay, how about Amanda Ribas?
Okay,
Marina
okay.
beat her.
Just let's take a step back there. That was an off night for Mackenzie Dern. Everyone can admit that was an off night for Dern.
Well, dude, well, I mean, look, a win is a win, bro. All right, look, and you're talking about two girls now in Mackenzie Dern and Rebus that Verna's lost to, and I just don't think Verna is a better fighter. If she has a chance, I guess it's going to be on the ground. But I don't know. At the end of the day, man, I can understand how people would be tempted given Marina's struggles on the mat. I can understand that, but for me, it's like at the end of the day, I gotta go with the better fighter. I gotta go with the better fighter, who I think is Marina in the spot. So I like her. Do I think there's a knockout possibility for Marina? I think it's possible, but I'm not going to take that. If anything, I might parlay this, JB. I feel that good about it, man. I might parlay this motherfucker. What do you think?
I think regardless of what I do, I'm going to put a sprinkle on Verena by KO at plus 1200.
No, that's not. That's not what. No. Can't be.
Go to DraftKings right now.
No,
Go
that's
to
like
winning method.
no, fuck you, dude.
No, it's by KO.
Okay, I'm there. I'm there. Winning method. Marina Rodriguez by KO plus 450. What the
No,
fuck are
I
you
said
looking at?
sorry.
Oh, but you did Verna by KO. You son of a bitch. Go for it.
Verna by KO.
Go for it, dude. See how that works out.
Plus 1200. It's a sprinkle. It's a sprinkle. I've had some pretty reliable sources say take Verna by KO in round 1.
But can you at least like go for an explanation there?
Googly eyes.
Marina is slick on her feet, bro.
Googly eyes.
Yeah, well, I know she has googly eyes, but how does that justify a round 1 KO?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It does in my book. It doesn't to anyone else.
All right, I didn't know if there was a take to be had there. I don't know.
I don't like Marina Rodriguez because she did make Mackenzie Dern look very bad, and I think Mackenzie Dern is going to have a hard time recovering from that. Was that Mackenzie Dern's last fight?
I don't think so. If it is, this means she's found another way to make money off of her looks.
No,
which,
she's fought since then. No, she's fought since then. You're right. You're right. Okay. Oh,
okay.
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Hold on.
Calm down a little bit. Mackenzie Dern versus your girl, Angela Hill, the week after this one.
Bitch. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm taking googly eyes. I don't feel great about it. It's more so women's underdog. It could happen.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. All right. Next up, we got Chaos, the Ox Fighter. Love it. Williams, biggest favorite on the card, I think, JB, at minus 320 going against Rolando Bedoya, who I think is from Peru, isn't he? Yeah, he's from Lima, Peru. I think the line's about right. I do. I think Chaos is I'm pretty sold on Chaos, to be honest, man. The dude he's not just like an like a bumbling idiot that just looks super badass and throws haymakers and he catches some people and maybe he gasses out after a round. Not one of those guys, man. He's not. I've enjoyed watching the dude, and I think he's coming into the prime of his career. So, dude is tough as shit, super, super powerful. Yeah, he's had a little bit of time off, but I just don't. As far as Bedoya goes, young buck for sure, 26 years old, but maybe he is the second coming of Christ. That is possible, but I'm gonna say he's not, and he hasn't fought in the UFC. All right, and dude, can you imagine making your UFC debut against Chaos Williams? I mean, that's got to be scary as shit, dude. And for that reason alone, I'm looking to parlay Chaos Williams with a couple people we haven't talked about yet. But yeah, Chaos Williams all day.
Chaos Williams, take him straight up. I think he could get the finish, but again, I'm going to parlay him. I've gotten too cute with parlays. Just take Chaos Williams minus 320. My only concern with Chaos is that Randy Brown split decision loss. Am I remembering? Was there some question? I mean, obviously, split decision. You can always argue this question. I feel like Chaos Williams won that fight.
That was it. Yeah, that was a close fight, man. I remember. But Randy Brown's good, man. Randy Brown's good.
He is. I have this thing when fighters lose close split decisions, it's hard for them to recover by. That's my only concern about Chaos. But I think it's a huge step up here, and Chaos Williams is going to put this guy back down.
I think so, man. I'll put my money on that. Definitely. Don't get cute with the KO. Take him straight up. All right. Next up, we got Devin Clark at plus 155 against Kennedy Nzechukwu, and this is going to be fun, man. This is going to be fun. For some reason, I don't want to like Kennedy. For some reason, I don't know. I'm kind of in denial that he is a legit mixed martial artist. I don't know. I don't know why that is, man. He's got a lot of knockouts. His striking can look pretty ferocious. So I'm just not fully sold on him, and I think I'm probably one fight away from being fully sold on him. So that's kind of where I'm at with this fight. It's like Devin Clark, he's kind of like just mediocre, man. Wins a couple, loses a couple. I mean, if you're losing to Ion Cutelaba, how good are you, really? He beat William Knight. Great. William Knight, we all know. Where is he fighting, JV? He's fighting soon, isn't he?
Oh, he's fighting next Saturday, and we'll be there.
Oh, and he's fighting on the card on this. Oh, man.
He's fighting at CES next Saturday, man. We'll be there front row.
That's awesome, man. Dude, he's gonna look like a monster in person, I bet. But anyway,
Yeah.
dude, yeah, not UFC talent. I love him, just not UFC caliber. Okay, so a win there doesn't impress me. Azamat Mirzakhanov, the guy looks fucking dangerous. So getting knocked out by him, can't blame Devin Clark, really. And then Dawoon Young, he won. So like, I don't know what to make of this, JB. I truly don't. I want to take Devin Clark only because of the dog money, combined with me not being fully sold on Kennedy quite yet. But that's not a good reason, man. It's not a great reason because Kennedy's winning fights and he's knocking dudes out. So I'm probably leaving this one alone, man. Do you get any takes?
Kennedy, I think at the straight up just win the fight at minus 180 is a good parlay piece. I think that's also something you think about taking Kennedy with Chaos Williams
Mm,
to help get the juice down. I'm trying to find real time here. What is Kennedy by KO? Plus 140. I
not
don't
good
love
enough.
that. Not good enough. So just take the minus 180 and make it a parlay piece, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, can't wait for this one. Minus 210, Drew Doba versus the steamroller, Matt Fravola. This is going to be a good fight, man. This is going to be a banger. I mean, what Drew Doba fight isn't a banger? What a tear he has been on, this guy. And when you look at his record, what is he? 26 and 11, right? 11 losses. Anybody with that record, you're approaching like Jorge Masvidal territory. It's like, I do with that many losses. How can you take them seriously? But I mean, Drew Dober has found his stride, man, in my opinion. It's destroying Terrence McKinney in the first round, derailing that hype train. Rafael Alves, when he knocked him out, man, with the body shot, that was impressive. And Alves is supposed to be this up and coming monster. Drew Dober shut his ass down. And then we all know about Bobby Green, dude, and the tear that Green was on. And Dober says, nope, I'm just going to knock you the fuck out as well. So, dude is on a tear. Now, Fervola is pretty damn good, man. And I think the issue there is Ferrola's he's the full package, dude. The guy knows how to fight. Like he can wrestle, he can do a lot, man. The dude's a threat. Dober has struggled against wrestlers, but yeah, if you look at the wrestlers like fucking Islam and Dariush, like he's Drew Dober has fought really, really good competition. I gotta roll with Drew here. I can't stop betting on Drew at this point, man. Just the momentum and the tear that this guy is on. He is tough as shit. It's gonna take a lot to put this guy away, Drew Dober. And at the same time, he has no problem putting other people away, as we've seen, Matt Frivola included. So look, I this is going to be for me a parlay. So Drew Dober straight up at minus 210. I don't want to get cute and look at KO, even though it's very possible. But I'd be looking to parlay Drew. I just got to find the final leg here. I don't know. Are you on the Dober side? Or are you Frivola?
I'm on the Drew Dober side with the also this is going to be a very exciting fight.
Yeah.
So I'm on Dober. Him by KO is only minus 110, so I'm just gonna take
Fuck
the
that.
minus 210. I think Drew Dober straight up at minus 210 is value. I think Drew Dober parlayed with Kennedy and Chaos Williams is a nice little parlay to
Yeah.
get right
Yeah.
there and the kind of the end of the prelim card where you're not betting on, what I'll call barely MMA talent. You got real MMA fighters there, but
Hmm.
the favorites are favorites for a reason on that side of the card. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, for sure.
I like Drew Dober, Kennedy, Chaos Parlay. I want to take the fight does not go the distance, but that's at minus 280. So parlay piece with a lot of stuff. Again, I think we talked about potentially taking the Phil Hawes fights not to go the distance, maybe the Parker
Hmm.
Porter fight to not go the distance. So it's a
Yeah.
potentially, fight not go the distance parlay. It's just Drew Dober is going to win by KO or Matt Frivola is going to win by sub. I really don't think he's going to the card, but I don't want to take Drew Dober by KO and then lose when he wins somehow by decision.
Right. Yeah. 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 I hear you. But these are two tough motherfuckers, man. So it's not guaranteed to end inside, you know?
It's not. It's not. All right.
Good fight, though.
I
Good
think
fight.
we're going to the main card, and I think your favorite fighter is up next.
Oh, you must mean Charles Air Jourdain, the pride of Canada. The pride. At this point, the pride of Canada is Jillian Roberts. Honestly, she's killing it. She's tearing it up. She's a personality. She's a star. She gets finishes, submissions, tearing through the division. Charles Jourdain Um, nope, nope, not sold. I'm still not sold, man. I'm still not. I think he had his time. He had his time to make his run. At the end of the day, you're just not complete enough. You're not complete enough as a fighter. And I think if you're going to be making mistakes and throwing spinny shit and doing all the bullshit that he's known to do, crowd loves it. Fans love it. You know who also loves it? Kron Gracie, bro. You make one mistake with him and you're fucking done. And I think he's going to make several mistakes. I really do. I think he's going to pull some bullshit, Charles Jourdain, on his feet as he normally does. And I think Gracie's going to capitalize, man. I think he's going to get choked out. And like a true Gracie would do when their opponent does stupid bullshit. That's what I see happening here, JB. And look at the line. I think it's about right. I think it's about right because Kron Gracie's. I think it's been a while since he fought, right? Oh yeah, he got beat up by Cub Swanson. This was back in 2019, so that's a lot of time off. You know what I mean? But still, look, Charles Jourdain. Is there a chance that Jourdain catches him and takes him out? Yeah, there is. There's always a chance of that shit when you do stupid, spinny shit and are a striker with a style like his, right? But at the end of the day, I don't like him. I don't like the quality of Canadian fighters that are being rolled out to the UFC nowadays. Therefore, I will continue to fade Charles Jourdain. Give me Kron Gracie. Give me Kron Gracie by sub. I don't know what the odds are for that.
Kron Gracie by sub is plus 240.
Yep.
So I think it's a stab piece. I think if you're going to, do a large unit play, you're going to want to take the plus 150 because there's a chance he doesn't get the neck, doesn't get the arm, control time the entire fight, and this is just Gracie controlling him on the ground.
Maybe, yeah,
so
maybe.
the decision play is live here, in my opinion. Only concerns I have, I agree with everything you said. Concerns, Gracie's time off. That's a long time off. And Charles Jourdain, I did not have any respect for. He did give me a little bit in that Shane Burgos fight. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that was fair enough. Fair enough. That was a good fight.
It depends where it goes. If this goes to the ground, it's Gracie. He may just sit on top of him for 3 rounds and get the decision. He may grab an arm, he may grab a neck and choke him out. Jourdain could put him to sleep. So this is the lotto ticket parlay. You throw it in there. This is maybe a little sprinkle, but I would not get into serious action here. Is my personal take.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, who we got next? All right, so Movsar Evloev, minus 750, short notice opponent here. Diego Lopez coming in at plus 550. I was really excited to see Bryce Mitchell fight Movsar. I really, really was. I think when Bryce Mitchell came in at plus 200, it was plus 210 or something like that. And I was ready to go with Thug Nasty, man. But I think he hurt his back. I can't remember why he pulled out, but he did. And in comes Diego Lopez, which admittedly, JB, I know nothing about. Nothing about. He's a Fury FC guy, first fight in the UFC. And I'll tell you, debuting against a guy like Evloev, like, holy shit, man. This guy's really good. This guy's really good. So I think the line is appropriate. Who knows, man? Are you ballsy enough to take a stab at Diego Lopez at plus 550? Like, I don't know. You have to have some reason to, because if you're trying to fade Evloev in this scenario, I don't understand that at all. So yeah, stay away. Line is ridiculous. I'm just gonna watch.
Yeah, I think the line makes sense. I'm tempted to take Lopez just because of all the shit we saw last week with people winning fights that really had no business winning fights, like Stephanie Edgar getting subbed.
Yeah, so yeah.
There were a lot of dogs barking last week. To your point, this guy's only UFC is a Dana White Contender Series where he got subbed by Joe Anderson Brito.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry. Decision loss. So stay away. If you somehow, okay, to be clear, right? If I hit that Drew Dober, Chaos Williams, Kennedy parlay, which that will be a couple unit play parlay for me, and I got some extra cash to spend around, yeah, throw a little on Diego inside the distance. Just say what the fuck, this little sprinkle piece.
Dude.
if you're up money, little sprinkle piece, not gonna eat into your winnings. Just a little lotto ticket, no different than going and getting a
Oh,
little Powerball ticket. You know,
fine. Dude, Mobsar is not Stephanie Egger. I'll tell you that right now, bro.
I agree. I agree.
All
I
right.
don't disagree with you. Um, he's gonna lose eventually, though.
Okay, so I agree with the super general bullshit statement like that. I agree, but come on, man.
I gotta see what this Diego Lopez is inside the distance.
All right, fair enough, fair
I need
enough,
to know
dude.
this.
If you hit that parlay, all the power to you, bro.
You can't even bet
All
it.
the
You
power
can't even
to
bet it. The only thing letting you do is he's now down. He's now up to plus 600 straight up money line. They don't have any inside the distance plays, any by finish plays. Not even on the other side. They're just like, don't fucking bet
Yeah.
this fight, you
you.
idiot.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, next up we get Jessica Andrade, favorite at minus 190 against Janan Yan at plus 160. I really want to take Yan here. I really do. I think I'm done with Jessica Andrade. I think that's
Why?
not a strong statement. That's not a
Why?
strong statement, but I think I'm done. Here's why. She's been running shit for quite some time, and her style in a female weight class is extremely aggressive and dangerous, no doubt. Um, I think what Erin Blanchfield did to her got into her psyche. Jessica Andrade has been top shit for quite some time. And I think when you get this young fighter in Blanchfield that just makes work of you, I think that does something to the psyche. I do. Um, I don't know. What are you trying to do if you're Jessica? What are you trying to do? You're trying to go through a tear in the weight class, right? Took out Calvillo, fine, whatever. Mendolemos, impressive. It was like a standing arm triangle, if I remember that fight. Laura Murphy, not impressive. And then Erin Blanchfield comes in, the young buck, and chokes her the fuck out. Now what are you doing? Your run has been derailed, Jessica. And you're 31 years old. You're not 25. You're not 26. Like, I don't know. And Jan is, she's also no spring chicken, dude, at 33. But I'm telling you, I think she's got more dog in her. I think she's got that hunger in her. I think she's ready to make a goddamn statement, man. It's a feeling, JB. It's a feeling. I don't know. I just think she's going to be more crisp. I think she's going to have more technique. I think the wrestling, especially training with my boy Uriah Faber at Alpha Male, is going to check in. I just think that last loss to Jessica Andrade did something to her. That's what I think. It's a theory. We'll see if it plays out. From a betting perspective, I don't know if I have the balls to take to bet against Jessica Andrade in this situation, just because she's expected to win. The line says that, right? I don't think she will. So give me a Jan pick, but I don't think I have the balls to bet her. I'm not that confident. You sound to be on the Andrade train.
I'm not. I really have nothing to add there. I want to take Andrade, but I agree with everything you said. Jan has. I was going to push back on you when you said the whole, oh, she's 31. I was like, well, okay, well, Jan's 33, so let's settle down there, Joey.
Yeah.
The Blanchfield thing, I remember watching that fight. That was a clinic, and that, to your point, that can be something hard to walk away from. I just go back to who are our losses to before that? Oh, Shevchenko, Thug Rose, Weili Zhang. Like, she was only losing to the best of the best.
True.
So let me get you. So if Andrade wins this fight against Jan, where does she go from here, in your opinion? She has to fight
Jan or Andrade?
Andrade.
She's going to be clawing back to get another shot at Blanchfield, who I think is going to fight Valentina next. And she's stuck at the top of the weight class, I think. You know what I mean? Like,
would you call her a gatekeeper, if you would?
No, because she's not that far down in the rankings, man. She's a contender keeper. Let's say that. She's a.
Joey got unplugged. Joey got unplugged, bro.
Dude,
unplugged.
What? Do you want to know what I just did? I poured a glass of bourbon and I put the microphone down to do it, and I started talking into the glass. I'm not kidding. I'm not fucking kidding. I'm not embarrassed to say. Well, yeah, I am embarrassed to say. Okay.
To be clear, you should be.
What was the last thing you heard?
It was like I heard the whiskey being poured, and then it just sounded like your headphones unplugged. I'm like, is he walking away from the microphone? What is he doing?
Dude, I was talking into the whiskey glass. How many brain cells are actually left? How many are actually left? I don't look to answer your question. Uh, I don't think she's a gatekeeper. She's not that far down in the rankings to be a gatekeeper. I think she is gonna kind of just fight at the top of the weight class and wait for young up and coming talent to try and make their championship run like Erin Blanchfield, and I think they're gonna all beat her. She's just gonna remain in the top 3, top 5. That's what I think, bro. That's what I think.
I think you put a little bit too much spice on the Blanchfield
I might be doing that. I might be.
because you really like Blanchfield because Blanchfield made Molly McCann tap, and you hate
You know me.
Molly McCann.
You know me so damn well, bro. You just cracked the code, and you're
did.
100% right.
I did. I also didn't know Molly McCann got another fight coming up here in July. Very excited for
Yeah,
that.
who's she fighting? Do you remember?
Stolarenko.
Oh,
It's a good fight. That's a good fight.
Yeah, Stolarenko better not keep it on the feet, man, because Molly throws
No.
bombs, dude.
But that's also a fight like who's going home and who's got a UFC contract afterwards, because that's kind of like who wins this continues, who doesn't is probably going to be
yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, fuck Molly McCann. Nice job, Blanchfield. And yeah, probably reading too much into that Blanchfield loss for Andrade. But I'm sticking to it, man. Pick is Jan.
All right, let's talk about your boy Gilbert Burns.
Oh no! Listen. I don't know if Gilbert's gonna take this.
Ooh.
I don't know if he's gonna take this. I really don't. Bilal Muhammad, one of the most, probably one of the most hated fighters on the roster. His
rightfully
style
so. Rightfully
so.
so.
His style has so little to offer to UFC fans. Now, with the wrestling background, I appreciate it, but he's got this kind of arrogance to him as well. Just not a likable guy, in my opinion. Really not. Gilbert Burns, the complete opposite. Lovable guy. How could you not love yourself some Gilbert Burns? The dude has power in his hands. He can punch jiu-jitsu off the charts. Definitely doesn't have the wrestling that Bilal has, but I mean, this makes me nervous, man. This fight and the next one, I don't have strong takes on, man. You're not going to find me betting on this fight. You will not. I think this is a true coin flip. I think the odds are correct. If I were to pick, I gotta go with Gilbert Burns only because he's extremely lethal with his jujitsu, and I think on the feet Gilbert Burns has a lot more power. I do. Bilal's just super dangerous, man, with his wrestling and control. He really is, and dude's an athlete. He's good, man. As much as I hate him, he's fucking good. I can't bet this. At all. So I'm just gonna watch it and hope Gilbert Burns wins. But I got no takes, man.
I am shocked. I'm speechless by this. To be clear, Gilbert Burns is your boy. No,
he is. No, he is, dude.
Okay.
Hey. You want to talk about boys and all that? Like Gilbert Burns is my boy.
Oh yeah, I forgot your business. You have no loyalty.
Yeah, exactly. Right, you knew where I was going with that. You knew exactly where I was going. Right, it's just business, bro. It's business.
Yeah. When people find me stabbed in the back alley at fucking Boston, Joey did it for fucking $10.
Fucking business.
Yeah, just business. Yeah, all right. I disagree. I disagree pretty strongly here. I think Gilbert wins this, and I think he wins it pretty easily.
All right, talk to me.
Bilal Muhammad, look at the schedule, okay? I think Bilal gets a little bit too much credit for that Leon Edwards no contest, the eye poke, gross eye poke. Not saying it, that eye poke haunted me in my dreams for a little bit. But it's almost the equivalent of when Nate Diaz caught Leon Edwards and Nate Diaz saying, "Oh, I could be champ." Like, no, that's wrong in my opinion. Bilal was losing that fight, and then the eye poke happened. Who is he beaten of name? Sean Brady sucks.
No, so I don't agree with that. I don't
you think Sean Brady's a good fighter?
Yeah. Sean Brady doesn't suck. I think he's good. He's not great, but I think he's good.
St. Luque is good.
St. Luque is good. Yep. Stephen Thompson, good. So I mean, he's fought and beat some good dudes convincingly. Unanimous decisions against Luque and Thompson. That's good enough. Damian Maia, he's washed up. He's like 42 when he fought him. So I mean, he's fought and beaten convincingly some good fighters.
So we'll agree to disagree on the Brady fight. I don't think Brady's good. Luque, 100% agree. Vince Luque is my boy. I'm a huge fan of him.
Yep.
Wonder Boy was good. Wonder Boy was not good at 39 or 40 years old when he fought Bilal Muhammad. Okay.
I mean, Wonder Boy. If you can beat Wonder Boy, then you belong at the top because Wonder Boy has become a bit of a gatekeeper. I agree, but he passed the test and got a unanimous decision over the gatekeeper, so he belongs, Bilal Muhammad, at the top.
Okay. So even saying all that, just go and look at Gilbert Burns' losses.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Chimaev, Usman, and then you got to go back to fucking Dan Hooker in 2018. Are we counting anything from 2018?
No. It's a fair point. Fine, but I.
Where
Look,
I'm shocked you went
I
was the
get it.
wrestling. Do you think Bilal can out wrestle Gilbert Burns?
Wrestle, yeah. I think
Really?
he can out wrestle him. Yeah, for sure. But
Isn't there like a sizable? There's a big size difference. I mean, I know weight class, but isn't there a big size difference here, or am I making that up?
you might be making that up. You think Gilbert is significantly larger? Yeah.
I thought so, and maybe he just looks it, but I gotta.
Well, I mean,
This is
so the thing is, yeah, Bilal Muhammad, that's his thing, man. He wrestles. That's what he does. Gilbert Burns, however, when it comes to jujitsu and submission attempts, sure, he's got them for days, dude. He's the fucking best. Um, so it's gonna be interesting, man. Does Bilal make a mistake and Gilbert Burns catches him? Does Bilal try and keep it on the feet and Gilbert Burns catches him? Look, I think Gilbert Burns is gonna win. I just think I don't know, man. I think Bilal gets a lot of disrespect because of how much of a douchebag he is and how lame his style of fighting is. But the dude wins, man. He's good. So I feel like this is a trap, man. I feel it's a trap.
It definitely could be. I think it's gonna be a good fight. Don't get me wrong. I retract it. This isn't like Gilbert Burns goes in and subs him in the first 30 seconds. This could be a good fight.
Right.
I
Yeah.
just think
Yeah.
I think I'm much more heavier on the strength of schedule of Gilbert Burns, and I think that's going to pay off
Yep.
dividends here.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't even want to argue it. I don't because I don't disagree with it.
what I think everyone is sad about was the Charles Oliveira and Benel Dariush fight getting canceled for this one
Yeah.
because I do think that again credit to Dana White because he doesn't get credit nor does he really deserve a lot in my opinion. Um,
Doesn't
this is a
deserve a
this is
lot
a
of credit. Come on.
this is a great replacement fight.
It
This
is.
isn't like let's throw something. This is a great replacement fight. Um, it's still not Charles versus Dariush. I think everyone and
Yeah,
their
I
mother's
agree.
just excited for that fight.
Yep, I totally agree. Not a bad backup. Not a bad. They could have done so much worse than this. But dude, everyone was looking forward to that Dariush Oliveira fight, no doubt.
So I realize we haven't done this yet on this show. How confident are you? Like, would you say a shoey bet for Bilal or no? Not
No,
that
no,
confident.
certainly not. Certainly
Okay.
not. No,
Okay.
definitely not. I'm gonna be rooting for Gilbert, man. He could pull it off. I'm just saying, it's business, JP. From a betting standpoint, I gotta walk away.
It's all right. I got
Speaking.
you know why I'm betting Gilbert Burns. I have gloves signed by Gilbert Burns. I got when I bought an NFT. So
Oh shit.
thing
Yeah, I think
thing
you
call
told me that.
loyalty. You know, when I have something, I'm loyal
Yes,
to
you
that person.
son of a bitch. All right, well, best of luck to Gilbert Burns. Henry Cejudo, Triple C, the king of cringe, coming back at -110. A goddamn pick 'em. I think he might have moved to -120. JB in a few books out there, but he is going against Aljo Sterling, and this. I mean, from a betting standpoint, I can tell you with 100% certainty, it's going to depend on my results throughout the evening as to whether I get involved in this fight. And if I do get involved in this fight, it's going to be big on Henry Cejudo, bro. It's going to be big.
Really?
Oh yeah. Here's why. Here's why. I understand there's some reach disadvantage for Triple C coming in here. I understand that. It's kind of what I said about Marina Rodriguez. When you got a fighter, when you got a dog, when you want to put your money on somebody in the cage, you want to make sure that that person is going to give everything they have, everything. And as far as being a competitor goes, there's no denying that Cejudo's got it. He is that dude, man. Olympic level, dethroning Mighty Mouse. Like the dude has that dog in him. Now, am I concerned with the time off, walking away and coming back? Yeah, I am. Admittedly, I am. But this comes down to two things. One, me being a firm believer that Henry Cejudo is an elite level. Never mind the Olympic wrestling and all that. An elite competitor. Just fucking elite, dude. Um, and it's the other thing is Aljo. You know how I feel about Aljamain Sterling. You know how I feel about him. What is it? What is there to say? I give him credit after embarrassing himself in that first fight with Peter Yan, completely embarrassing in memizing. I don't know if that's a word, but just making a fool of himself after that. What was an illegal knee? He went back with Ray Longo, Marab, and the gang, and they put together a plan to beat Peter Yan. And whether it involved jumping body triangles and taking his back, whatever, he beat Peter Yan fair and square. Okay. I'm not Aljamain in my mind. He's a great fighter. His submissions are super lethal. Jiu-jitsu can be a problem. His striking, in my opinion, is garbage. And if you think that he's going to out wrestle Henry Cejudo, you're fucking crazy. So I think Cejudo is going to go in there as the better striker, as the better warrior, the better competitor. The only thing is Aljo going to cook up some bullshit and somehow catch him in something, which is very possible. But dude, look, Triple C, I'm happy to see him back. The logic and reason in my brain want me to just watch this and enjoy it. But if I need to pull the trigger on this, depending on results of the night, I'm pulling it big on Triple C, bro.
I agree with you. I will only be betting this fight depending if I am net positive going into the fight. If I've had a bad night, we all know me, specifically the last pay-per-view, and I reach for the stars in the main card.
The main event.
Sorry. My confidence isn't here, and here's why. Everything is telling me to bet Cejudo. Everything is telling me that he is the champ.
Yeah.
And the only reason he's not is because he decided to walk away.
Right.
Not gonna lie that the layoff scares me.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
However, I have bet against Aljo a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I see. I see where you're going.
It's cost me, and it's like one of those things. Like, am I just not giving this guy the respect that he deserves? And it wasn't that for a very long time. And I can still argue that I don't give him the respect because again, on the Peter Yan thing, I understand your position on the illegal knee. There was an act. Then he did beat Peter Yan in a split decision, but he won. I mean, I know it was a split.
I think he did. Yeah,
it was the right call. And then he fought TJ. This is when TJ Dillashaw's
this was the bullshit. Yeah, I didn't see this fight, but you told me about it, man. Wasn't that a fluke?
Yeah, this was a massive fluke. This is actually I lost my fucking ass on this one because that was the Charles versus Islam fight, and I bet Charles. I had bet Dillashaw on this because again I hated Aljo, and like TJ's shoulder popped out halfway through the first round.
Okay. Well, go even further back, JB. I remember that Corey Sandhagen fight with Aljo. It was he got caught in the first round, in the first couple minutes. I mean, props to Aljo for catching him. I think it was another one of those things. If I remember, he got a standing body triangle or something like that and choked him out. Okay, props. But dude, if you are going to go at it with Triple C, it's going to be a war. That's what I think, man. That's what I think. And Corey Sandhagen fight was not a war. He caught him in the first round. The Peter Yan fight, the first one, he was losing and was going to lose if he didn't pull the fucking Oscar bullshit, right? Second fight, fine.
That just to take a step back, that fight you will talk about to your grave.
Honest to God, man, because I went so big on him in the rematch on Peter Yan. I went so big on Yan in that second fight. Oh, I'll never recover from that. But what wars has Aljo been in? That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
And when you look at the resume for Cejudo, holy shit, man. I know it was a while ago, but dude, to beat Mighty Mouse and to beat Dillashaw in his, let's say prime or closer to his prime, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just not. Aljo to me is not a warrior. Is not a warrior. And I think if you have him and Henry Cejudo in that same situation with Peter Yan, I think Cejudo handles himself differently after that illegal knee. I think he handles himself differently. And I'll say that the illegal knee never would have happened because Cejudo wouldn't be gassed to the point where he can't stand on his own feet. I just think they're different levels of competition, man. That's all.
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I'm just, and again, if I'm up positive, in the night, I will join you in a Cejudo. Let's fucking
Yeah,
go.
this
I want to
this could
see a
be
new
fun.
champ.
This could be fun. Let's
Um,
see how the night goes.
if I'm down, I'm just gonna sit and be like, you know what? I want to bet Cejudo, and if he wins, it's gonna be like shit. If Aljo beats, just to be clear though, if
Yeah.
Aljo beats Cejudo, I- I'm gonna put respect on his name at that point.
Yeah,
It,
he
it's
yeah, I'll shut the fuck up, man.
yeah,
If it happens, even given the layoff, if he beats Henry Cejudo, I will shut the fuck up.
yeah.
And Aljo will go on to fight Sean O'Malley, beat Sean O'Malley, and then do whatever he wants. So yeah, all right. I'll put some respect on his name if that happens.
And again, only concerns, right? We mentioned him. Time off for Cejudo, but that was his own wish. The
Right.
reach, get about
Reach is a concern.
reach, 7-inch reach advantage is a huge concern.
How about age?
Age, shape, right? The pictures of Henry Cejudo that UFC is putting on Instagram, that's Henry Cejudo 3 years ago. It's not Henry Cejudo today. I want to see what
Yeah.
he looks at the weigh-ins. I
He's
want to see
been
how
he's
he
been
does at the weigh-ins.
Yeah, he's been lifting weights, bro. He's filled out a little bit, so he's not going to look, let's say, as cut. I don't think. Maybe a little more roly poly, but we'll see. We'll see.
Did you see any of the press conference?
No.
He came out with these like dolls of like start like Aljo like sucking a binky, kicked it in the crowd. Then he had one of Sean O'Malley sucking a binky, kicked that in the
Oh,
crowd.
taking stabs at O'Malley already, huh?
And then
See,
he had
this
one
is
of
what I
Volk.
miss. A Volk.
Yes.
Ooh, so dude's got plans.
So I love from a fan perspective, I really want Cejudo to win because I would love to see a Cejudo Volk fight. I would love to see that.
Oh, damn. And dude, I miss the fucking antics, the character bullshit that Cejudo brings, man. It's entertaining. It's fun.
It is. It is.
All right. Well, that's the guy. That's the guy. It's going to be a banger, brother. It's going to be a banger. Oh, here is when the curtain comes up and everything is revealed.
I mean, it's been revealed. If you follow my picket, it's been revealed. Everyone saw it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, it was actually a little worse than I thought. At
Well,
one
yeah,
point,
because
minus
I tried
77,
to
yeah.
I tried to recover a little bit more and did not happen. Did not happen.
Oh God.
So when you have a negative, I'm just gonna call it 78 unit because I'm gonna round up month. You get yourself in a little bit of a hole, I would say.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Now, what I'm gonna say though is if you scroll one line down, you got a 25.6 unit positive May.
You got a tennis guy. You got a tennis guy.
I got a tennis guy. A tennis guy. So if this tennis guy pulls me out of this hole and I become break even because of tennis, you will start tailing the picks.
Okay, now that I got an updated view of the whole, I will absolutely start tailing each and every pick. I will take work off and block my calendar to watch tennis in the morning with you.
Okay.
If you climb out of this hole with assistance from your tennis guy. You have my
Okay.
word.
Okay. Gonna sound so pathetic. What I'm happy is that if you net the 2 years together, I'm only a little bit down, and I know that's a bad way to look at things. But
it does highlight your year last year, though.
It does. It does highlight. It's a roller coaster, man. Just gotta hold on.
It is.
Just grip it.
is,
But
it is.
you're staying positive. I don't know what to say.
I had a
You had a very
good-
good
yeah.
April. You had a very good
I
April.
had a good April, man. I actually, a lot of that had to do with NBA. I had actually some nice NHL picks there. I laid off UFC pretty hard in April, and what do you know, had a good month. But yeah, I mean, look, I view April as the first month to legally bet with some thought, not the panic parking lot bets on the New Hampshire border. So I'm happy to see that result. March was obviously complete chaos, and I was lucky to make it out of that month positive. April is a good sign, man. April was a good sign. So let's see if I can keep it rolling because I was just bordering the plus a unit, minus a unit 1 month after another. So I feel like I'm broken free, and we're just we're looking to the sky from here, bro.
I like it. I'm at the core center of the earth, looking up at you right now, and telling you I'm going to call Elon Musk, get one of those rocket ships, and you'll see me blowing by you with a tennis racket in hand at some point. Okay.
All right, bro. Stay positive.
Stay positive, or just try to get positive. Or just try to get even. Just try. So, yeah, again, going back to the loyalty thing, I got to get some more friends here. So, CES 73, Friday, May 13th, we will be in the fuck, Joey, where is this? Beverly, Massachusetts?
Yeah,
The
it's in
North Shore?
Beverly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where, what arena, but it's in
It's at the
Beverly, bro.
North Shore Music Theater. Will Dale be there from Punch List? I don't know. Time will tell.
I hope so.
Time will tell. If not, we will be there. We will be sitting front row. I actually got a phone call that they had to change my tickets to the next section over because the Ring Girls wanted to sit where my seats were.
Oh. Well, maybe could we sit next to the Ring Girls?
Maybe.
We can negotiate, man. Who the fuck? What are they? Why are they more important than us? Is our money not green, bro?
Mine's negative green, and
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Mine's barely green. It's all right. They might have something on us there.
And then I got 2 solo events here. Blink 182 at the Garden. Very excited for the show. You had no interest. I get it.
I was never a Blink guy, man. Never got into that.
Even the drummer, man, Travis Barker.
Okay, but what is it? I feel like he's more of like a pop culture fucking dude
Now
than
he is. But back in the day, he used to do those like little drum solos with random artists. I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good show.
Maybe I don't know. Their voices were always so whiny, bro. I just didn't get into it. I never got into it.
You probably had someone like more positive and weren't loyal, I guess. So
you're a son of a bitch, dude.
I am.
Blink 182 sucks. How do you like that? Sucks.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go to my first MMA event without Joey.
I know, dude.
I'm looking for friends. If anyone wants to hang out, Combat FC in Wilmington, Massachusetts, at the Shriners Auditorium, Friday, June 16th.
That's a blast. Those are fun, man. Those are fun.
Yes. I will be remiss if I do not mention that there is a certain fighter who I am tracking at CES 73. Now, we have our boy Yuri. Don't know if he's fighting. He actually might be fighting next weekend or this weekend, but at a grappling event in Mohegan Sun. I thought I read something about that. Travis DeMarco, I think is his name, the Terminator. And Joe, you'll remember this guy. He was at the Combat FC fight, I believe, that we saw, and he had the Permian Panther crowd, number 45, Booby Miles.
Oh, yeah. Was this the guy that fought when we were like waiting an hour to get beers?
Yes, and he had the cigar and had that like epic, like
very
charismatic post-fight speech.
Yeah. I can follow this guy.
He is going to be at CES. I've started following him. I've kind of been amping him up. Let's fucking go. You know, I know people get going when Boston Brews Bad say, let's fucking go to you. So if he's listening and he sees the boys, we'll be rooting for you. That's probably the only fighter that I know there other than William Knight.
William Knight, dude.
So we'll see.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
All right. You got any final thoughts? My only thought is we got to do this more often. We took too much time off. I know life gets in the way. Life was crazy between work, between everything, but I think we're gonna go back to weekly. And there's gonna be a couple bumps in the road, but it's gonna go back to weekly.
We are, and there were also some mediocre at best UFC cards over the past month where maybe we use that kind of as an excuse. But at the end of the day, JB, you know what it's about? It's about loyalty. It's about loyalty to your audience, to the brand. It's about loyalty to, everything that's important. Most importantly, friendship. All right. With that speech, I want to leave you with nothing but positive vibes, loyal vibes, right? Business is something that is also very important, but it always comes secondary to loyalty. All right. I'm gonna leave you with that.
And just for those people know, he has effectively canceled Boston Brews Bad, so we'll never do another episode. He has found another podcast where they may be $1 more positive. And
you bullshit. You draw your bullshit conclusions. All right. Let me have my moment. That was my monologue, and I feel like I'm gonna close with that.
All right. I will leave you with you stay positive, and I will get positive. How about that?
All right. Go talk to the tennis guy, JB.
Tennis. I think his picks, just for those who want to follow him, his picks are probably posted by now. So if you want to see what his picks are, and for some reason you don't want to follow him, my picket will be uploaded very shortly with what his picks are. All right, man. All right. Be good, and I'll see you next week.
All right. Godspeed. Later, bro.